so it's here for last year, FBI for Ghana, Ebeche, notorious criminal, be according to FBI, this guy, or a fraudster, or you be or a Sakawa, or you be a on Inco chat, abruchiri. Now I know so you be a pedo, teaching bravo. Mbrafone for ya no agio musica. Now this guy was very rich. Oko use Legon one dying Japadie. In fact, at the point in time, before the elections, before the 2024 elections, now Abranti, person contested as an MPP candidate and as a candidate on the ticket of the New Patriotic Party. Now Sabra Mino Kasa is here and FBI for be far no extradited call the United States of America. No Mino Kasa information about. So this is the man in question. Very soon you see some of the pictures at FBI for Befano. There's a real picture in AI, a real picture FBI for Befano Muchaye. I just say who for crab bite is obi say and no be name here. This is him. Now me no can say update about him. Mind you, he is not the first person I actually he can't hajia for real. Ye beche a year papa we di and the friend a year Dada Joe Remes or no so ye bete no and I no say sound kwache a coffee boot ya chichin kofu we nyina but then me no say update about this particular guy me no say no US for that's the Federal Bureau of Investigation FBI omudi aba be tuju say abranti charges the ball no and I the ball no e wa bruchi memu no he has already pleaded guilty. Now let's put this on the screens for you to know exactly what is really going on with the FBI Cyber Division US or say Derek Van Yeboah, Ghanaian national, pleaded guilty to stealing more than 10 million from victims through romance scams. He was a member of a criminal organization based in Ghana that preyed on vulnerable older men and women who stole in total more than 100 million from dozens of victims. The conspirators also engaged in business email compromises to deceive businesses into sending wire transfers. So we are learning, sir, this particular guy here, back room has here, a dear man will be brave at a friend Dada Joe Remix. Yes, we are learning, so we pleaded guilty. Dada Joe Remix pleaded guilty to all the charges. They are born or say. Romance scam na no at the end of the day with Timmy ask coming for over a year $10 million. We so no fraudulent activities na no ye canning in abuma bank for Timmy and Tom email no akaso send scam yi me na me boss inti obi senia no you say be a boss na so man son send na abeto on my account bu and on yes I give into bro friend say criminal enterprise and ultimately ye chen na extradite in the US the evidence was so much overwhelming and I know kase is here we pleaded guilty. Now we are learning say very soon his sentencing will take effect because we pleaded guilty and no sir instead say be more dem e be 100 years 50 years near the answer life imprisonment. So what they do is only negotiate only a year FBI for now prosecutors akwatena say akaso me plead guilty for a lesser sentence. It eba ni say we are learning say is going to be releasing most of a year near mana ye jifi ni nsem no anase niema na oye fraud onya esika no nya ye beji bebre ye besisi ni fie bebre ye wi a at the end of the day ye be man a lesser sentence on democrat and we are learning so bitime dim be a year 5 to 10 years a year in prison, and that's exactly what is really going on. So the update about a year Dada Joe Remes is here on namso social media bet say a sentencing any idea it is what it is. The one say we plead guilty and as such his sentencing will be soon. Now your US one of the human rights activists obo modern ema ene okwa abrutimi and black sports it me respect you Reverend Jesse Jackson. Now over the course in time information about to ja part say Nyankopon ato ne sa frɛ no na minu ka say bibi so because Barack Obama and almost all the US presidents with the exception of Republicans like Trump, George Bush, they had but then Democrats my President, Vice President Bill Clinton, Barack Obama, Hillary Clinton, Kamala Harris, Joe Biden, now me no Barack Obama he is basically blasting Trump based on Nema Ekoso and or launch attack on Iran. Ama me no missiles ni bi Togana for basement all these things and according to him he's not really happy with it. Aside from that to or terrific countries like Ghanaian countries, European countries who were supposed to be the US allies. Yenko tin sama Barack Obama or the tuja babaka koko share din sama Kamala Harris so ababeka.
He invited them to believe. He invited us to believe in our own power to change America for the better. By the delegate count, Jesse's two candidacies ultimately came up short. But he paved the road for so many others to follow. Doug Wilder became the first elected black governor. Carol Moseley Braun went to the U.S. Senate. Because of Jesse, the Democratic Party changed its rules, ending the winner-take-all distribution of delegates during presidential primaries, which meant underdogs and outsiders like Bill Clinton or Bernie Sanders could stay competitive and build momentum instead of getting knocked out early. And it was because of that path that he had laid, because of his courage, his audacity, that 2 decades later, a young black senator from Chicago's South Side would even be taken seriously as a candidate for the presidential nomination. I still credit that first run of Jesse's and Harold Washington's campaign for drawing me to Chicago.
Na Barack Obama ekasawi anchibia na Kamala Harris, who also stood on to be the president of the United States of America. Sadly, when we know on also or the Nsimbi Ebetuja concerning this particular issue about how this particular man can accept no, he is not just any person. He is not just any person, according to them, no, or you'll be our paving way. Ama and then no, in it's me, I then standing on their feet. It's no, you watch the video involved of Nsema Kamala Harris on also the tuja about the great Jesse Jackson and how in fact a paving way man according to even Kamala Harris crano. You know, all these are not catching Kofo say vote for me. In Kofo so you vote him our own yeshe. And then Kamala Harris said, I told you guys that this Trump guy was going to do a lot of damage, and today he is doing exactly what I said. Let me
just say, I predicted a lot about what's happening right now. I'm not into saying I told you so, but we did see it coming. But what I did not predict is that we would not have Jesse Jackson with us right now to help us get through this. And this afternoon has been such a beautiful remembrance of his spirit, his life, and his faith. And in a way that Reverend Al talked about it and so many others have, I do think of this afternoon as what it is doing for me to renew my faith in what is possible, fueled by the hope that Jesse Jackson so often reminded us of.
In summer, Kamala Harris or the tuja and or Patches said this particular man involved, no, or you'll be a great reminder not just to the whole world but also to a more fractional the Democratic Party. And in same be brave, but ultimately you need the same will be giving you more